So Jarvis finally left Pella, and Pella decided he wanted to end it or wanted to take his life. One thing is very clear. It's one thing that Pella himself and probably some people around him refused to see. It is obvious that Jarvis never loved Pella. I will explain. You see, the thing is, first of all, from the way she speaks to Pella, the type of things she says to Pella, telling him to shut up, you talk too much, and stuff like that. In many occasions in the public, Jarvis have shown this disgust for Pella, because of the style or the way Pella carries himself, which is for me like his own identity, the way he decided to put himself out there, for the hustle, for the hustle. And for me as a man, I understand that most men that see respect as love, and there's no way you can love a man and don't respect him. In many of the public engagements we've seen so far, we've seen Pella and Jarvis go out. It's obvious that Jarvis does not respect Pella, but Pella was black. But what do you expect? Jarvis is older than Pella. That's number one. And also, well, there's one thing that many men don't seem to understand. You see, when you are at a certain stage of your life, it is very difficult for a lady who is below you to really love you. Many women uses men as a ladder to climb. Was it Thatcher? I can't remember who said it before. Use them to climb to whatever you want, and then dump them and get someone else who's above, and then keep climbing. Even though Jarvis is a graduate, Pella in the what do you call it, in the celebrity space, Pella was a bit was above Jarvis in terms of the audience, in terms of that influence, that popularity, and even in terms of the money, because Pella was making more money, and Jarvis, from what the story we've heard, left Benin to go join him in Lagos, and then start this thing. So what Jarvis needed from Pella was that leveler, that kind of a ladder. Pella was like a ladder for her to climb in this influencing business, in this celebrity and social media space, make the name, make the money and stuff. And we've seen in recent time that Jarvis have got to a certain extent where she's bought a house for herself, she's doing very well for herself, and she does not think she need Pella anymore. She does not think she needs Pella anymore. She has gotten to this level now where she sees herself like almost equal to Pella. So what she needs now is another man, another guy who is higher than her, that she can tag along, who will also pull her up more. Now, that is just what I'll say about the relationship. But very importantly, this is an advice to Pella. You see, for a man, the most difficult, the most disastrous thing is not a lady abandoning you. The worst thing is for that lady to look back 2, 3 years later and still not see any reason to regret ever leaving you. Or still look back after 2, 3 years and still see you the same way she left you. That is the most devastating thing for any man. That's the worst thing that can happen to any man. I'm talking about men now. So I think what is happening right now is an opportunity for you to take a step back and reassess yourself, reassess your style, reassess the direction in which the direction you are going. There are things you would have missed that this breakup will kind of give you an opportunity to take a second look. What am I saying? You see, first of all, Jarvis is a graduate, and Pella is a dropout, and who kind of speaks in a certain way as his own. I don't know if he speaks English very well, but there's a certain way of speaking that he had adopted for his brand, which is working for him. Okay, it's really working for him, But I think he has gotten to a stage where he needs to kind of re-engineer himself. He needs to look at developing himself. I heard a rumor, I'm not sure if that is true, that he had the opportunity or a scholarship to go study in the US for do a degree in the US, all expense paid. And I think I heard he brought it to his fans, and they advised him not to go. Me too. When I was told about it, I said that by the time he goes and come back, his relevance in the social media circle would have went down, especially because I heard that he was told that he will not be on social media for that duration. I don't know how true that is. I know the terms and condition of that. But I think this separation is something, for me, it's an opportunity for him to take a step back, look at himself, and look at the next level for him. The next level for his career, for his influence, even for his overall development. If that scholarship opportunity is still available, I would advise him to go for it. If it is not available, I believe he has the money to sponsor himself. And at the moment, because of the way what we've seen, an attempt to kill yourself is the extreme, is the worst level you can get to. And if this environment, the Nigerian environment, the social media and the rest, remind you of it so much, I think for me, leave the country, go do a degree, go do a program. You have a personality in the entertainment industry where you are now, you are an entertainer as far as we are concerned. Yeah, some people call you a TikToker or whatever thing, but you have this humor in you that if you add some level of education to it, you can repackage yourself and present yourself in a very different dimension. For example, probably go and to study theater and media studies or anything related to entertainment, and add that to your profile. Re-engineer yourself. When I was having that conversation with the person that told me this thing, I said, look, if you go and do something like theater and media studies, you can come back, start a podcast, start something, something that still go along with what you're doing, but in a very packaged and polished way. The worst thing for you, I don't know. Personally, I don't know if I should hope that you guys come together, or I should just pray that you guys don't come back together at all. Because for your own good, I think it's important that you begin to look at yourself. The most important thing is that at 3, 4, 5, 6 years from now, let Jarvis look back and see a different Pella from the Pella she left. A different Pella that to the Pella she's been seen as somebody who has been as an embarrassment. Because as far as like I said earlier, most of the way Jarvis have presented Pella outside, even when they went for the Honest Boys podcast, the way she was talking to Pella, shut up, stop, sometimes hitting the head and stuff. Those things are demeaning. But again, Pella is in love, and there's nothing you would have told him that he will listen. And if what Gege said is true, that in this their relationship, look, I'm not trying to encourage immorality, but if what he said is true, that in this, all the relationship and all this expense and everything, Pella have not slept with Jarvis, then Pella is a certified fool. Because you cannot be pouring so much. I know that sex is not a reward for anything you have given. If you are doing something for somebody out of just out of your own benevolence, is a different thing. But if you are presenting the person as my girlfriend, as somebody that you guys have something with, and you're pouring yourself so much in that person by helping her build her brand, helping her do a lot of things right now. And as far as I'm concerned, Pella is with the person that made Jarvis who she is now. Because Jarvis is the very different Jarvis from what she was when she was doing her AI and robotic stuff. She may still be doing it, but that did not give her what she has now in terms of the finances, the property, the investment, and everything, the popularity as well. So you cannot be doing so much for her. And the question is, what has she been doing for you? What can you look back and say, in this relationship, this is what I have benefited from Jarvis? Because even in terms of the packaging and packaging yourself, you are still like the same Pella we used to know. The only thing is that you drop that orange gown and you are now dressing, which I don't know if she has any influence in that. But my advice for Pella is that he needs to go back and develop himself. We see the way Faz the bad guy speaks. Adding that accent or something. But we also know that he speaks English very well. And anybody that listens to him speak will know that this is just what he's doing for entertainment or whatever. But Pella needs to, that tag of a dropout, he needs to pull it off. He needs to go back to school, repackage himself, rebuild himself. And I think that is what many men do. When you have a breakup that seems to devastate you, that seems to anger you or try to frustrate you, you rechannel that frustration, that anger. You rechannel it to build yourself mentally, to build yourself in different ways. So I think what Pella should do is go back and do what men know how to do best in things like this. You've come out to cry. It's good to be vulnerable. You have come out. You've cried. You've been vulnerable, which is very good. I'm not going to come here and say you are a man should have handled it better. main and other engines. You can cry, you can be vulnerable, but going to the extent of trying to kill yourself is foolishness. Because guy, if you kill yourself, there's a skit you made. There's a skit that you and Jarvis and somebody else did. I don't know if it was that the person died. I think the person was Jarvis' girlfriend, and the person died. And right in that place of that burial, somebody else came and took Jarvis, and Jarvis followed the person. And I think you were the one that came to pick Jarvis from that place. So what you guys played in that skit is exactly what will happen to you if you die. As a matter of fact, Jarvis may cry outside, but inside he will say, "Nah, foolish boy. None of him lose. I mean, I'm still here." And that's the truth. Now you go lose. Now you be the fool. So instead of thinking of taking your life, guy, go and build yourself. Go back. I don't know the kind of people you surround yourself with. I don't know if you even listen to people around you. Look at, in the entertainment industry, you should have people look up to as role models. People that should be able to advise you. And this is the time you need their advice. This is the time you need their wisdom. This is the time you need their experience. This is the time you need to listen to them. Especially those that have positive influence on you. Rebuild yourself. Go back. Rebuild yourself. Like I said, if the country it will remind you so much of Jarvis or the environment or social media, guys, pull back a little bit. If you have to travel, I know you can afford to sponsor yourself through school. If you're sponsoring yourself, you can still be doing your social media, TikTok things or whatever you're doing while you are going to school. But at the end of the day, you become a graduate and you repackage yourself. And who knows, you may go out there and build new network of people who will be able to even help become a very good, better version of yourself. You are an entertainer, you only have a brand. You can build on it, you can develop, you can engineer. If people who are already known in the industry, still go back to school, still go back to learn stuff. Guy, this is the time for you to channel that frustration, that anger, that heartbreak into something else, which is bringing out a better version of yourself. Let Jabez look back 2-3 years from now and see that even if she does not regret leaving you, but at least she will see a better version of you. A better version of you. That is my advice to you. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye-bye.